Delos represent Solomon Island people say. We people start originally from my homeland. Like my old man said, there's nothing impossible. So we have to bring this message to my brother lyrical. Straight from the crew, out to the blue. We represent the voices of my ancestors calling. And I was getting old, and my culture is falling. Now we have a step up for the past 20 calling.
Once there was a stop, ain't nobody gonna stop us. People, everybody, would you listen to us for a start? No point complaining and this we partaking.
Previously on Delos, we sailed across the South China Sea, built a new toy, and checked into Singapore. After sailing the South China Sea, we found ourselves in Singapore and tied to a real dock. Delos was just a little out of place, surrounded by all the shiny power yachts and big charter boats. But after so long in the wilds of Borneo, we decided like spoiling ourselves, so we splurged. The only problem? We couldn't afford anything at the fancy pool bar. And since the pirate in us refused to pay $20 for a drink, we headed back to Delos for some moonshine.
Is that pure, or you don't know that?
I don't know yet.
So this is some moonshine we've pulled out of the cupboard. So we don't know what percentage it is.
Not quite sure.
A
specific gravity measure.
about,
God, I can smell it.
It's about 75.
so it's nearly full.
Yeah, it's 150 proof. Is what that is. So we can't drink that.
Well, we can.
That would be
It
terrible.
would end badly though.
It would end terribly.
Can't drink that.
And then we take water from the boat desalinator. Yeah, it's about like vodka now. It's about 40 something.
So while Brian adds the sugar to the delicious drink, work goes on for Karen. She's busily working away on the computer here, answering all the emails, sorting through all the photos.
Pictures.
Pictures. Claire's drinking beer.
Excited. And the Cookie Monster has been a favorite of Delos Moonshine for nearly 6 months now.
So the whole lot goes in there. Oh, check out that colour now.
Can I sniff it?
So that's it, huh? That's ready to be put away for how long?
Well, we'll probably
What's ideal?
Nice.
I mean, if it lasts it through tomorrow, I think that's ideal, honestly. Let's not get too serious here.
Very good. Another night on Delos.
Yeah.
Movies and alcohol. So Bear's gonna have a go. What do you call it, Brian?
Not
Swedish lolly?
Turkish pepper.
Turkish pepper. Turkish pepper.
40%. Take the whole lot and give it a good taste.
It's black, by the way. Anyway, okay.
You like. Here, have some of this to wash it down.
Why is it salty?
Here, wash it down with this.
It's been sitting up in the front cabin in like 35-degree Singaporean heat, getting nice and warm.
Morning.
It's very, very licoricey. Like eye-wateringly licoricey.
Oh.
Whoa, I prefer the Cookie Monster.
Well, we didn't go too crazy, and some Delos goodness was left over the next day. So we invited over some new friends from cyberspace.
Bottoms up.
No.
Take me here to this.
Is there something I should know?
Yeah.
Delicious chilled, huh?
Very nice.
Where's my survival suit?
Sufficiently liquored up, we decided to head into the big bad city of Singapore for a little night exploring. As I walked up the marina ramp, thoughts of the Pirates of the Caribbean version flashed through my brain. I excitedly wondered what this exotic city was really like.
Welcome to Singapore.
In reality, it was super civilized. The subway took credit cards and ran on time. Everything was really clean, fresh, and modern. Even chewing gum's illegal here. We headed straight for the local night market to fill our bellies with local cuisine.
60 cents per stick?
Yeah, the best one.
It's like craziness.
Everything looks good.
I'm not sure what I'm gonna eat. I miss my Italian pizza over here. Like.
That is garlic and ginger ground.
This is like a fried chicken wonton, but it's actually pork, which is delicious.
I have a hot soup. Because it's not hot enough, I bought a hot soup.
Good taco, Jackie! Checking out Singapore skyline in front of the Marina Bay Sands. Looks like a salamander.
The Singapore skyline was really impressive. It all felt very wealthy. The pirate strongholds I'd imagined were long gone. In their place grew one of the largest banking economies in Asia.
So today we have discovered the mythical Singaporean creature, the merlion. Half mermaid, half lion.
We had new friends dropping by Delos all week long, welcoming us to their hometown and showing us the ins and outs of Singapore and all the amazing cuisine.
What are we gonna have?
We're gonna have chili crabs.
Is that Singapore's famous for chili crab?
One of the famous dishes in Singapore. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, awesome.
It's so cool to get messages from random people all over the world and actually able to meet up, share a beer, and put a face to a name. We're constantly surprised by the kindness of the people we meet along our journey.
Oh, it's hot.
I like it a lot. What's going on here?
This is so yucky now.
Can't try to
Look at the size of that. Show us how it moves.
Look at this one. Your fingers? It's like as big as my hand.
Our awesome crew, Jesse and Claire Bear's time was up, and they were headed back to Australia.
Goodbye. See you later.
We'll come and see you in Gotland and hang out in the woods. Bye!
G'day, mate. We'll see you next time, huh?
Yeah,
See you soon.
Delos had plans to sail north and be in Thailand for New Year's, so we checked out of Singapore and began our journey up the Malacca Straits.
So we're leaving 1:15 Marina.
Clear the dock?
Yeah. Where are we heading?
It's quarantine Anchorage. Gotta still check out from immigration, so almost done. Western quarantine immigration, Western quarantine immigration. This is the yacht Delos. Delos, over. Yes, this is Delos, Whiskey Delta Echo 90200, requesting departure clearance from Singapore.
off to Malaysia.
Well, we're motoring out of Singapore and there's a lot of things going on. How are you doing with all the fishing nets?
There is a lot of them there. We've just dodged about 15 nets, I think. So we're moving a little bit to deeper water out more towards the shipping lanes. We'll just get inside the shipping lanes and I think it'll be better there. Because there it's like, it's just a maze. There's like probably 10 boats or something. 3 or 4 nets each laid out.
I definitely felt nervous about this sail across the Malacca Strait. A lot of people had warned us about all the new pirate activities in the area, and 7 cases of hijacked cargo ships have been reported in the last year. But luckily no attacks on sailboats yet. It was blowing a good 25 knots from the northwest, so we started our tacking up the shipping channel. Sailing like this can really wear me down. The constant slamming and shaking of the rig makes it tough to rest. And the fact that our destination is in the exact direction that the wind is coming from can really bring my spirit down at times.
We are bashing through the Malacca Straits, right across the shipping lanes. It's pretty intense, but at least we're sailing, I guess. But it's fairly rough. Got about 17, 18 knots of true wind, which is putting the apparent up to like 23, 24 knots, and we're going, 6 to 7 knots, mostly in the right direction. So it's alright, but it's not a good night for sleeping, I can tell you that. And there's a lot of big boats around. Like this monster over here that's like 300 meters. You can see it, it looks like a floating city.
Craziness.
Costco, Portugal.
And lots of fishing boats.
Doing 16 knots. And he is 366 meters long. 52 meters wide. What a beast.
Yeah, it's just a lot of wind right against us. And the channel is getting really narrow, so it's like a lot of boats, so we can't really tack. And on that side, it's like hundreds of fishing nets, so we can't really leave the shipping channel either. Just trying to figure out what's the best way to do it.
Så god jul allihopa. Happy Christmas. Today is julafton. Christmas Eve. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm on watch. Maybe we'll have some ham and Swedish meatballs later. Soon 7 o'clock and we've made the night in the Malacca Strait, which is nice.
Oh, so close to these fishing nets here. They're seriously stretching like 2 nautical miles right out into the shipping lane. You can see that dot on the radar there. That's the fishing boat. And like right where I am, that's where its net goes to. It's about 1.5 nautical miles. It's just crazy. It's so much nets out here. It's gonna look a lot like Christmas. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hi. Today is julafton. Which in America is the day before Christmas, which is very strange. Because in Sweden it is Christmas. It's heavy! Got some wind!
It was really peaceful earlier. What happened?
I know. The wind happened.
Night watch on the Malacca Strait, the shipping lane on the port side, and fishing boat mania on the starboard side. So we're trying to keep right in between. Luckily we've got a current giving us an extra knot in the right direction.
A little squall came through and destroyed our wind. It was so perfect. Now we're going towards Indonesia, which is not ideal.
After 2 days of beating, we had made it through the most intense part of the strait, and the wind was down to almost 0 knots.
Fixing some lines. And I just ripped off, so I'm gonna put a new one on there.
So there's been very little wind on this trip since we left Brunei, and we've been doing lots of motoring. So we're going to check and see how much diesel we have left to make sure we can actually make it to Langkawi. It's sort of about 175 liters, which means we've used 425 since leaving Brunei, which I guess isn't too bad. We've gone like well over 1,000 miles, so we only have 150 miles to go, and we still have our reserve supply with 85 liters in the locker, so I think we're sorted. We can make it to Langkawi, even if there's no wind. Yay! Different than it was last night, huh?
I don't really know what to say. Good morning, everybody. Good night. 2 o'clock. And according to this calculating thing, we're gonna come to Langkawi tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Pretty exciting.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Only about an hour away from Langkawi.
Whee!
Yeah. Should be there soon.
Good sail?
Yeah, it was mixed. I think we ended up motoring about half the way, but sailed about half the way. So there's either a lot of wind or no wind, it seemed. Nothing in the middle. And it was, when there was wind, it was upwind, so it was beating. So we didn't get any nice leisurely downwind sailing on this trip. We made it, so it's good.
And everybody's up.
Kind of. Not really. Karen's crashed. They smell terrible. Because you're Swedish and you eat all sorts of weird fish.
I felt so relieved to arrive in Langkawi. It was a big milestone and we had made it safe and sound through the pirate waters. Time for some moonshine.
Well, now we're not just talking about sundowners. We're actually having them. And the sun is actually going down.
All three of us felt quite excited to lead the boat for a bit. And Langkawi is a pretty sweet island that was supposed to have a bunch of touristy activities. Just what we were looking for. So we rented a car for the day and hit the road. First stop, waterfall.
So we're touristing around and these are the Durian Falls. It's quite touristy for sure. But we're gonna go up to the top and see if it's maybe we can go for a swim or something. Let's check it out.
It's touristy.
What?
There's dual glasses.
We search for comfortable and dance on the porch when the moon is full. I dream of things I may never find.
It was the perfect stop to cool down after a small hike up the hill.
We're gonna go check out the sky cab, which takes us to the top of Langkawi. Should be a pretty good view up there.
A simple melody full of my love for Melanie. Yeah, who could think that way to say goodbye?
What do you think about the cable car?
I don't like it too much.
Why not?
It's too high for me.
You don't like the heights?
I don't know, it's really windy today, so it's kind of moving a little bit. But it's okay. It's sweet view when you get up here. You can even see Delos up there.
I send my love down the power line.
What's going on, Captain? Where are we going? What are you doing?
We're trying to pick up the anchor. Pick up an anchor! We're going to Thailand.
So it's New Year's Eve, and we're leaving Langkawi for some celebration in Thailand. Exciting.
was a short day sail away, and 4 hours later we arrived. A perfect place for a New Year's party.
What's it going, Brian? Pretty good. Seeing if we can anchor anywhere. It's quite a tight space and it's a lot of boats and stuff.
A lot of long-tail boats here, Captain Brian.
Yeah. More concerned with the party barge.
We drank a few pre-beers on the beach before exploring the street market. This place was awesome, and we decided to make the most of our last hours of 2014 and eat as much random street food as we dared.
Wow, that's a really cool New Year's hat. I like it. So what do we have here? Chicken? Oh, delicious. Let's chill it out.
Really good.
That one right there. I love fried chicken. That's great. I don't know what it is, but it's awesome. Oh yeah. I got two sauces, the spicy one and the regular one. So good. I love a good kebab.
Happy New Year's!
Happy New Year's!
Gott nytt år!
Before we knew it, 2014 had gone. Happy New Year's, everyone!
It was the perfect start of 2015. A 1 hour long oil massage, which was amazing. I don't even feel hangover anymore, which is great. I drank a buko juice and I'm all set.
Awesome.
I'm ready for the new year to begin.
Up next, our crew contest winners Michael and Nicole joined Delos for a Thailand cruise. And me and Brian head to the crazy city of Bangkok for our Indian visas.
My guy was Strong but sensitive man.
I love fried chicken.
Well, we'll probably
What's ideal?
Nice.
I mean, if it lasted through tomorrow, I think that's ideal, honestly. Let's not get too serious here.
Very good. Another night on Delos.
Yeah.
Movies and alcohol.
Rocking and rolling, wanna play my guitar. I just want to sing every night and day. Rocking and rolling, wanna play my guitar.
So Bear's gonna have a go. What do you call it, Brian?
Not
Swedish lolly?
Turkish heber.
Turkish peber. Turkish peber.
40%. Take the whole lot and give it a good taste.
It's black.
Yeah, it's 150 proof. Is what that is. So we can't drink that.
We can.
That would be
It
terrible.
would end badly though.
It would end terribly.
Can't drink that.
And then we take water from the boat desalinator. Yeah, it's about like vodka now. It's about 40 something.
So while Brian adds the sugar to the delicious drink, work goes on for Karen. She's busily working away on the computer here, answering all the emails, sorting through all the photos.
Pictures.
Pictures. Claire's drinking beer.
Excited. And the Cookie Monster has been a favorite of Delos moonshine for nearly 6 months now.
So the whole lot goes in there. Oh, check out that colour now.
Can I sniff it?
So that's it, huh? That's ready to be put away for how long?
And checked into Singapore. After sailing the South China Sea, we found ourselves in Singapore and tied to a real dock. Delos was just a little out of place, surrounded by all the shiny power yachts and big charter boats. But after so long in the wilds of Borneo, we decided like spoiling ourselves, so we splurged. The only problem? We couldn't afford anything at the fancy pool bar. And since the pirate in us refused to pay $20 for a drink, we headed back to Delos for some moonshine.
Is that pure? Or you don't know that?
I don't know yet.
So this is some moonshine we've pulled out of the cupboard. So we don't know what percentage it is.
Not quite sure.
A
Specific gravity measure.
It's about,
God, I can smell it.
it's about 75.
So it's nearly full.
We people start originally from my homeland. Like my old man said, there's nothing impossible. So we have to bring this message to my brother lyrical. Straight from the crew, out to the blue. We represent the voices of my ancestors calling. And I was getting more my culture is falling. Now we have a step up for the past 20s calling.
Once down with this stuff, ain't nobody gonna stop us. People, everybody, would you listen to us for a start? No point complaining unless we partaking.
Previously on Delos, we sailed across the South China Sea, built a new toy,
By the way. Anyway, okay.
You're lying. Here, have some of this to wash it down.
Why is it salty?
Here, wash it down with this.
It's been sitting up in the front cabin in like 35 degrees Singaporean heat, getting nice and warm.
Morning.
It's very, very licoricey. Like eye-wateringly licoricey.
Oh.
Whoa, I prefer the cooking one stuff.
Well, we didn't go too crazy, and some Delos goodness was left over the next day. So we invited over some new friends from cyberspace.
Bottoms up.
No, take me here to this.
Is there something I should know?
Yeah.
Delicious chilled, huh?